Today, I'm going to share with you the secret privilege that you get when you start a new job, when you become a leader and manager in a new place. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help you become a more confident leader, and I do that with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. So here's the thing about this little secret. It is not shared in books. I have never heard it in seminars. I've never heard it on YouTube videos. But you, as a manager in a new place, you get some privileges. Now you may say, but Mike, why is it I have to be a new manager in a new place? Well, you don't necessarily need to be a new manager, but you do need to be working at a new place of employment. The idea for making this video came from a conversation I had with one of my coaching members. And if you did not sign up for coaching one-on-one, you missed out. But don't worry, September 21st, mark it down in your calendar because that's when I open the membership. And then we can go from there, September 21st. So my new coaching client started a new position. And there were some situations that she has already been inundated with by her staff. She has a meeting coming up with her boss. And the question is, or was, should she bring up these issues that the staff have in her first meeting? In her first, where she would learn what exactly her responsibilities are, what her expectations are. This was her first one-on-one meeting. So should she bring these things up? Here's the thing that nobody wants to tell you. When you're a new manager, you are a new set of eyes. You're fresh. You are able to see things differently than somebody who has been brought up in the system, brought up by the way of this is the way it's always been. In addition to that, the people that hired you, they hired you because they believe you're the expert. They are hoping that you're bringing in that breath of fresh air and things are going to change and you are going to help be better. You're going to help the team elevate themselves. You're going to help the company bring in more revenue, whatever it is. They're looking at you because you have the skill set that they need, which means they've made a decision by hiring you that you know what you're talking about, that you bring value, and that they want or they need to listen to outside voices that are now on the inside. And I'll give you an example of this in my very own life. Working at the airport, there was a new manager brought on from I don't know where. Really nice guy. But I felt like this guy doesn't get it. He's just missing things. He's not, getting up to par 6 months in. And I'm not the one that did the hiring. I was a colleague of his. But when talking with upper management, when doing reviews and peer reviews, they would back this new manager. And whatever he said, it was a great idea. And I'm here scratching my head saying, but how is this a great idea? Or even worse, I'm saying, but we've been talking about this for the last 3 years. Why is it when a new person comes, do they get not necessarily the credit, but they get the ears to listen. They get some action taken. This was making me lose my hair. And then it hit me. As 2 years went by, and they're still saying that this new supervisor was just, he's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of experience. That's what the key word was, that he's got a lot of outside experience. And it was only when we were starting to be laid off due to the pandemic and whatnot, being international airport, at that point, did any of the upper management team come to me and say, yeah, he didn't get to where we needed him to be. Are you kidding me? And then I start looking at other managers and I'm hearing other stories and I'm saying, but why are these new managers getting such praise? Why are they getting such support? And this isn't to say that they don't deserve praise and they don't deserve support, but it's the question is, why is it that the new guy gets more? So if you come into a new job and you see that there's some things that may need to be adjusted or that should be considered, immediately, not to your staff, You don't want to talk about all the changes that you're going to make, but to your boss, you want to be able to point out some value that you've seen you can add, or concerns that you see with the employees or the workplace or the environment itself, and start planting the seeds. Because when you start on day one, that is your most credible position. After that, people start to get used to you. People start to assume that you are just going to do things. They're going to assume that you just want stuff that you can't have. They might just assume that you're cranky and this is the way you always come in. But as the new boss, you get the privilege. Now listen, this is a secret between us. Like I said, you're not going to find this in any books that I've read. You're not going to hear anybody really talking about this because it's kind of an unwritten rule. Now, speaking of secrets, in this video, I've got 5 secrets that managers should keep to themselves. So let's see you over there.